And welcome to another live stream watch long reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Florida Panthers at the Toronto Maple Leafs 2025 NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs, Round 2, Game 1. We begin the second round, the Leafs playing the Panthers like they did 2 years ago in the second round. Last time the Panthers won in 5, but that Leafs team wasn't as tough and wasn't as good, suffice it to say, as this year's Leafs team. This Leafs team is different. For better or for worse, it's different. The Leafs beat the Sens in 6. The Panthers beat the Lightning in 5. And here we are. Toronto with home ice to start the series at the Air Canada Centre over the Florida Panthers. Toronto plays the first 2 games at home, just like they did 2 years ago. But this time as the Atlantic Division champion in the regular season. Florida finished 3rd and rested their players down the stretch because they wanted the Leafs round 1 as a wild card. They were fine with that, but that did not happen. Whether luckily or not for the Leafs, that did not happen. And they got the Ottawa Senators. Florida got a battle of Florida with the Tampa Bay Lightning, who had home ice and got stomped out, pretty much. Thunder. Don't fire your coach. Yeah, they're the defending Stanley Cup champions for a reason. I mean, they're good. They're the one team I'm afraid of. I will say this right now. The winner of this series is going to the Stanley Cup final out of the East. I believe either of these teams are better than either the Hurricanes and the Caps. I think both these teams could beat either of those two. I think the winner of this series, this is the real Eastern Conference final, I believe, to be real. I think this is the real Eastern Conference final. I don't think the Eastern Conference final is the real Eastern Conference final. The only way it is that the Leafs got beat to hell and back by the Panthers and they lose anyway, which Leafy-wise, that probably, well, yeah, you're right. But I think this is the real Eastern Conference final. That's how good the Panthers are. The question is can the Leafs step up and fight them? Can the Leafs step up and go against the Panthers and throw a punch and not get knocked out? It's a heavyweight fight. The Leafs are not, but the Florida Panthers are Mike Tyson. The Toronto Maple Leafs aren't a tomato can, but they're certainly not Muhammad Ali. Well, game 1 is today, yes. How we doing, Rory? No, wrong round. This round is the real Eastern Conference final. I wish the Ottawa series was, but I'm not that delusional. Tkachuk is out. No, he's playing. Matthew Tkachuk is playing. He's healthy. He may not be on the first line, but he's healthy. When Daniel knows about the Islanders winning the first pick, he's going to be excited. Yes, nobody expected that, by the way. The Islanders jumped heavily to the first pick in the draft lottery, which I was watching, which it was actually interesting. And no, I'm not going to say that was the NHL paying the Islanders back for taking away the All-Star game next year. It's just ironic it happened. But, yeah, I think they're probably going to go defense for the first pick because they have more offensive prospects through their system. So, I think they're going defense, probably. It's my opinion. But no, I didn't say that. I said the Leafs would beat the Caps. I said the Panthers would beat the Caps. I don't think they're that good. I mean, they're good enough to beat the Hurricanes. But I still think the Hurricanes could beat them. I don't think the Caps are infallible for a best team in the East. I don't think they are. I think both top conference seeds aren't that good. I don't think the Jets are that good, as the Blues honestly showed. And I honestly think that the Stars are the favorite in that series. Sorry, Dylan, but it's true. And Isaiah wants the Jets to win that series too, but I'm sorry, they aren't. And I really don't think the Caps are that good either. No. I think the Atlantic is a better division. And I think there were better teams in the Central overall than the Jets. And if the Jets so do win round 2, I still think the Oilers or Knights could beat the Jets. I still don't think the Jets are going to make the Cup final. So there you go. That's about. But whoever wins this series is going to go to the Cup final. It's either whoever wins this series. If the Leafs win this series, they're going to the Cup final. If the Panthers win this series, which they're the favorites here, I won't even lie. I think everybody, I'm hoping for something not to go against the Leafs, is what I'm saying. But even I know the Panthers are favorites here. As I've said, I am afraid of the Florida Panthers. Like, this team is the one team, I hope I'm more afraid of them than the players on the ice for the Leafs, because this team, they're the defending Stanley Cup champions for a reason. They're tough, they're mean, they're bullies, but that's how they win. They are a stronger version of the Ottawa Senators, and the Leafs hung in there, but that was against a Timu version of the Panthers. A Dollarama version of the Panthers. They hung in there. Here's the problem. You're playing the team who's actually that now. Just hanging in there ain't so good. You had to do better than the Ottawa Senators, and you won the series, but in the end, Ottawa had enough life. So, no. I think they had a really good start to the season, and that's why they had those points. Deep down, I don't think they're as complete as the Stars or the Knights. And the Oilers are so top-heavy that they're even more top-heavy than the Jets. You know? So even though the Jets are more complete than the Oilers, I still think the Oilers have a better chance of winning a series because they're so top-heavy. You know? I thought the Blues were more complete. And they didn't win, but that's because they couldn't hold on for 2 seconds. Do that what you will. Cool. Red Bulls play the Switchbacks. How the hell did that draw happen? That kind of shocked me. You think the Panthers will make 3 Cup finals in a row? I mean, that's the likelihood. Like, if they win the series, yeah. If they win this series, yeah, they are. Yeah, if the Panthers win this series, they're going to make 3 Cup finals in a row, yes. If the Leafs win this series, they're going to make the Cup final. I think it's a little bit more likely the Panthers win this series than make the Cup final because they're the favorite. And I know that. Like, I'll throw my hands up. Like, I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to crash out. If the Leafs lose this series, now, okay, there's reasons I would crash out. But say they lose in 5 and it was just 1 goal for the Panthers over the Leafs, dang it. They were better than us. I can't sit here and say the Leafs are better. They're good enough, but they have to steal 4 games. That's the question. Can they steal 4 games? Hell, they could steal the game tonight and still lose in 5. I got to watch them play. Right now, Oilers. I have a funny feeling the Oilers are going to win the West again. I didn't think they'd get through the Kings, but now that they have, the way that series played out, I think the Oilers are going to make it back to the Stanley Cup final. So we're either going to get a rematch of last year or a Canada v. Canada final, in my book. We either know that the Stanley Cup is coming back to Canada if the Leafs win this series. I mean, they're still an Eastern Conference final. But again, as I said, this is the real Eastern Conference final in my book. or we get a rematch of last year. So there you go. Honestly think Dallas might. The Oilers are so top heavy though. Like, I just have a feeling the Oilers are going to do it. It's crazy. Dallas is probably the smart pick. I agree. But I could just see the Oilers making it anyway. Oilers are outscoring their problems. Exactly. Like they always have. But we're getting ready to go. Minutes to go before puck drop. Teams are walking out at Air Canada Center. Florida wearing white. Leafs wearing blue. No. I don't think that happens, no. Like, the Panthers are the Panthers. It's not like we're getting swept by a team who's not as good as us if we do get swept. We're getting swept by the Panthers, a team we know is better than us. Just barely. I don't think they sweep us, ironically enough, unless we're just unlucky. I think this series goes 6 at least. But again, the bounces have to go the Leafs' way. Simple. No, I'm not. He's lying. I didn't say anything such. I didn't say anything such. Why do you... Whatever. But teams are walking out. Here we go. I just said he's lying. I just said he's lying. I'm not going bald. I didn't bet anything. He's lying. I didn't say that at all, but whatever. None of that. I'm not making a bet, damn it. No matter how much you want it, I'm not making a bet. Brad Marchand versus Toronto, 28 games played, 10 goals, 19 assists, 29 points in the playoffs versus the Leafs. Austin Matthews, first round, 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points. Had 6 assists, 22-23 with 11 games played. So the last time they played the Panthers. Here we go. Mitch Marner, 1 goal, 7 assists, 8 points during the playoffs. Let's go, Mitch Marner, dad strength, because congratulations to the Marners on having their first child. Anthems being played. Here we go. Wednesday's game is at 6 o'clock Central, 7 Eastern. We'll be live for it. Then we'll be live for the Chelsea game on Thursday afternoon. Friday, we'll be live for the Leafs. Saturday, we'll be live for TFC. Sunday, we'll be live for the Leafs. Wednesday, we'll have a double between TFC and the Leafs. Friday, Leafs live. Sunday, Leafs live when it comes to the... Yeah. Pelly shouldn't have wrote a letter. He had a nothing burger. He was like, let's write a letter. Let's make sure this is let's try to calm the situation. It didn't work. It didn't work. No. How come they're not booing the anthem? I don't know. Mark Carney won. They're not afraid anymore. Or it's just the suits not making any noise because that's what normally happens. I don't know. No. No, no, no. We'll see how it goes. For some reason, Carney is calm Trump down. I don't know what it is, but Trump treats Carney with respect for some reason, unlike Trudeau. Let's go, Leafs. Go, Leafs, go. Go, Leafs, go. Let's hope. Here we go, boys. Game 1, boys. Puck's about to be dropped. Here we go. Prove me wrong. Sergei Bobrovsky, goal for the Panthers, of course. They weren't going to replace him. That'd be crazy. Leafs are going with Anthony Stolarz. Let's make sure, but I'm pretty damn sure they didn't change him either. His backup last year, Bobrovsky's backup last year was Anthony Stolarz. He won the cup last year, doing barely anything, at least playoffs-wise. He's here being the Leafs starter, Anthony Stolarz. No, Sean. Don't know why you want me to make a fool out of myself, but no. Here comes the first face-off. And the Panthers, Penguins, Verhaeghe, Barkov, Reinhart, the first line. Rodriguez, Bennett, Kachuk, the second line. Luostarinen, Lundell, Marchand. And the fourth line, Greer, Sturm, Bokvist for the Panthers. Their defensive pairs, Gus Forsling, Seth Jones. We have Mikola Kulikov and back Balinskis, Schmidt. Goes into the net. Goal! 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 Leafs score! Willie Stiles ends it in round 1. Starts it in round 2. 1-0 Leafs. That's the start you want. Boom! Willie Stiles. They don't want none. They don't want none. The phenomenal Willie Stiles. William Nylander. Pacioretty with the assist. Nylander takes the shot far side of the net and puts it past Bobrovsky. And that's the way you start it. There you go. 1-0 Leafs. There you go. And there's the first face-off after. It goes behind the net. That's how you have to start. There you go. 24 playoff goals. His 4th this postseason. Pacioretty, McCabe. (19-14). That is 33 seconds through the first. 0-1. Leafs have the lead early. Wow. Playing on. Nyes, Matthews, Marner, the first line of the Leafs. They throw it on. Pacioretty, Tavares, Nylander, the second. Domi, Holmberg, McMahon. And we have Lorentz, Lawton, Yarncroke is the fourth line. Lawton going down the ice. Riley Carlo is the first pair. Second pair, McCabe, Tanev. The third pair, we have Benoit, Ekman Larson, who also won the cup with the Panthers. Stolarsson, net. The Leafs have the lead. Feel nervous? Not anymore. Holmberg, Habemus Pontus. Goes down Stollers. Throws it to Riley. And that'll be an icing on the Toronto Maple Leafs. 0-1. The Leafs have the lead. I do not feel nervous. It's a copyright strike if I show the TV. Paul Maurice reached the Stanley Cup final the last 2 seasons. He won the cup last year. Former Leafs head coach. He coached the Leafs. And then they fired him, even though he wasn't the problem. 2008, he got fired. Why are the Leafs like this? I don't know. I don't blame him. I didn't blame him back then. Leafs have a 1-0 lead. It's only minutes in, though. But the Leafs get the start they deserve, or the start they earned, I should say. They have a lead on the Panthers. Defensive zone face-off once again. Panthers win the draw. Forsling doesn't get the puck. Reinhart throws it on. Good clearance. Tanev throws it forward to the Leafs defensive blue line. McCabe, actually. Nyes is at the net. Nyes goes for the pucks battle. Doesn't get it. Panthers. Reinhart has it at center. Throws it in. Tanev goes to McCabe. McCabe throws it back. Nyes loses the handle. Little bit of a hit from the Panthers, which is what you'd probably expect. Nyes. Puck battle at the wall. Throws it back to Stollers. Stollers to Tanev. Tanev had it behind the net. Didn't get hit. Good. 17-24. 1-0 Leafs. Wonder how our boy Steve is feeling. If you talk about Steve Dangle, I'm sure he's feeling good. Hell, I'm feeling good. I'm happy. I can't believe the Leafs have the lead. That's not what I expected at all. 1 shot for the Leafs, 0 for the Panthers. It's going to get tougher, though. Started pretty well, but it's going to get tougher. 16:55. Stollers gives it to OEL. OEL. Bennett forechecking. OEL goes back into the trapezoid. Ekman Larson throws it to Benoit. Benoit, an overtime hero in the first round. Lorentz. Steven Lorentz, a former Panther as well, by the way. He played for him too last year. Well, I'm glad they are. Lawton, Scott Lawton, throws it on to Riley. Riley dumps it in. Bobrovsky has it behind the net. Goes behind the blue line. Leafs. Riley, why are you? Go for it. Carlo. Brandon Carlo, that is an icing on the Panthers. We have an offensive zone face-off. 16-12 to go in the first period. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Awesome. Nylander just went and sniped one on Bobrovsky, which, okay, cool. Willie Styles, baby. They don't want none. They don't want none. Odds are minus 180 for the Leafs. Well, they have the lead now, so it better be. Takes a shot, throws it on, over the net. Over the net by Domi. Just barely. William Nylander with the 3rd fastest goal in Leafs history in playoff games. In game 1, suffice it to say. 33 seconds. Offensive zone face-off. 15:53. I'm happy with this so far. Like, dude. Max Pacioretty goal in Game 6 versus Ottawa. And he got an assist tonight. Let's go, Patches. Pacioretty. Max Pacioretty. 33 seconds. Yeah. Trust me, I got it written down too. Throws it behind. Shot! wide. Leafs still have it. Benoit went wide. 93 miles per hour. What, Category 2 hurricane strength? Well, that's a puck shot, not winds, but it makes sense. Save those for round 3. I don't care. Nice. Matthews. Marner. Papa Marner. Let's see the dad's strength. Congratulations to the Marners again on their first child being born. All Leafs fans know it. Dad strength, Marner, let's go. I hope so. Dumps it in. No icing. Bobrovsky clear. Here comes the Panthers on a rush. Drops it down. Shot wide. Good job, Leafs. Stolarz covers. Reinhart with an 82-mile-per-hour shot. 1-0. Anthony Stolarz makes the save. Verhaeghe threw it on to Reinhart behind. Shot saved by Stolarz, and it hits his helmet and breaks the straps. Oh, Lord. It looks like he puts it back. Well, at least we got 2, right? Hey, if the Leafs win the Cup and TFC sucks because of it, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I want to see the Leafs win the Cup at least once in my life. I have to trade off TFC being good for the Leafs winning a Cup. You know what? I'll take it. As long as, well, they've been sucking for the past couple of years anyway, so. But, like, have a really bad year, like the worst year ever, so the Leafs could win the Cup. You know, I'll trade it off. I don't care. I'll trade it off. I want one Leafs Cup. That's all. I want one. I'm not asking for more than one. I'll be happy if we get more than one in my lifetime. I'm just asking for one. They couldn't even, there have been people who have been born past 1967 and died before this year and didn't see a cup be won by the Leafs. So you know what? When God calls you, God calls you, is all I'm saying. As a Leafs fan, I just want one. Good save from Stolarz. 1350. I mean, the Blues also gave me one, so that wasn't bad either. But shot saved by Bobrovsky. 1340 to go. I did get one from the Blues, though, which was kind of cool, but it's not the same. But I did see the Blues win one, so that was pretty cool. But I'd still rather have the Leafs. But 1-1, that ain't bad. And Berube won both. That'd be cool. How we doing, Henry? I'll take it. Screw it. I'll take it. I've lived through that shit. Well, the no playoffs for 10 years. I've lived through that shit. We win the cup. I don't care. Like, I don't care. Dude, 2005, post-lockout year, I lived through 11 years. I became a Leafs fan during the 2004 playoffs. I loved how Ty Domi played, Darcy Tucker, Matt Sundin, the Battle of Ottawa, Battle of Ontario, my bad, against Ottawa. I know how that feels before they even played this one. Dude, I lived through 10 years without playoffs. It sucked, but I had no expectations, really. It's kind of like TFC when they started. But I've already done it. If they win the cup, I don't mind doing it again. I'd take the deal. I'd take it. Sure. A cup lives forever. Now, I prefer it not to take damn near 60 years for them to win another. But that's life. I'll take the deal. I would take that deal easy. Win the cup, no playoffs for the next 10 years. I'll take it. I've seen them go 10 years without making the playoffs before. It wouldn't be the first time. And they also had some really good talent back then. At times. They wasted 7 years of Phil Kessel's... Oh, 9 years. My bad. 2013 was a half season. So, okay. Well, you add the lockout. 9 years, okay. One good year besides, okay, full seasons until 2017. They didn't make the playoffs. I forgot about Boston, but still. I'll still take 9 years with one playoff run. Shit, I'll take 10 years. They're looking good, but Florida's still Florida. But I'm glad Toronto has the early lead. Face-off, won by the Panthers. Marchand takes it out of the blue paint, or the blue line, going forward. Pick up the puck, man. 13-22, and it's getting a little bit feisty. Who are we kidding? I'm not surprised. Get ready. Florida's forecheck's starting to emerge. Yeah, as always. I'm not surprised. I've seen it happen before. And let's see. Leafs take a stupid penalty. Berube's not happy. Let's see. Marchand. That is not a cross-check, dude. And Panthers are on the power play. Because Marchand's a bitch. Marchand's a rat. That's why. And Domi's in the box. Leafs are on the penalty kill. Cross-checking. Are you kidding me? That wasn't a cross-check. I'm sorry. Kachuk, Reinhart, Barkov, Verhaeghe, and Seth Jones on the power play for the Panthers. Oh, Lord. We're getting scored on, aren't we? Probably. Here we go. Puck dropped, and the Leafs don't really clear, but oh, here we go. It would be funny. Marner doesn't get the shorthanded goal. I was hoping, man. I was hoping. He had a chance there. Leafs penalty kill, 80%. Power play for the Panthers, 25%. Leafs have the 4th best penalty kill in the NHL. Panthers have the 8th best power play. So the Panthers have the worst power play left in the playoffs. They only played 5 games, though. 1:28 to go on the penalty kill. Marner almost had a shorthanded chance there. I was like, maybe puck don't lie, baby, but no. Papa Marner didn't get the chance. Good play by the Panthers there. They're playing it a bit slow. Down to 112. Barkov. Sasha Barkov throws it through. Leafs. Puck battle at the half wall. Yarncrook gets it to the Leafs. It gets cleared. That'll probably be an icing. No, it isn't because Bobrovsky got there. Jones. 57 seconds. No shots yet by the Florida Panthers on the power play, which is crazy. 51 seconds. The Florida Panthers are actually being nice. It's like, you know what? Maybe they didn't deserve that. Tanev gets through with the puck. They throw it out. 40 seconds. No icing. The Leafs, 11:58 through the first. 1-0 Toronto. They have not allowed anything on the power play yet. I'm going to scream if they do. Bennett, save by Stollers. Sam Bennett with a shot. Stollers makes the save. Are the Florida Panthers actually trying to be like, you know what? Maybe we don't deserve to score on this one. Bullshit. They would not do that. The Leafs have had a really good penalty kill so far. I'm shocked. Everything's going well so far. I shouldn't say that, but it is. Matthews with a face-off. Sam Bennett, nope. They pulled him out. I think that's Kachuk, actually. Benoit, oh, God. He almost fumbled it. Throws it out. Good job. Icing. No, it isn't. It isn't an icing. Okay. 18. They're not calling nothing but a stupid power play then. 16 seconds. Marchand throws it in. Bennett, good clear. Carlo. Bennett behind the net. How about you go get there? Lundell throws it on to Marchand. Marchand, high slot. Schmidt throws on. Clear by the Leafs. 2 seconds back to even strength. They kill the penalty. 11-19. A really good penalty kill by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Unexpectedly, a really good penalty kill. The Florida Panthers have not found shots saved by Stollers. Barely cleared by the Leafs. They have it at the wall. Leafs, Ekman-Larsson throws it behind for Riley. 10:55 to go. Close to halfway through the period. Ekman-Larsson chasing for the puck. Half wall. Leafs pick it up. Good job. Or not. Tavares, there he has it. Neutral zone, they're clogging it up. Throws it in. No trip, that better not be. Shot cleared. Nylander throws it out to center. 10:29. Jones. Seth Jones has already beaten the Leafs as a Columbus Blue Jacket. Now playing for the Florida Panthers. Matthews takes it. Nyes. Matthew Nyes racing down the ice. Throws it on behind the net. McCabe right there. Puck battle. Nyes gets dumped. Panthers still with the Leafs. Matthews loses the handle. We're halfway through the period. 9:53 to go. Sam Reinhart throws it through. Tanev. And that'll be an icing on the Florida Panthers. 3 shots each. 1-0 Toronto. They killed it. Yep. And now we have an icing. 9:49 offensive zone face-off. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Really good performance so far. Like, I'm very happy with what I'm seeing so far. Leafs have done well so far. Toronto's playing with great energy. That's new for them. Berube. God bless you, Craig Berube. God bless you, Chief. He is a winner. I've been telling you. The reason I had so much faith in this Leafs team, they've played well throughout the season, but I've had so much faith because Craig Berube is their coach. I know what he could do with a team who might not be the best, but could still play tough on paper. This Leafs team is better than that Blues team. That 2019 Blues team is awesome. They had some really good players. But this Leafs team is better than that on paper and actuality. You're ahead of me. I thought I was behind. Commercial, 1-0. 9:49, we got a puck drop soon. Go, Leafs, go. We move. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Puck drop. Leafs win the draw. They drop it in. 9:43. So even ESPN's a little bit behind the game center. Okay. 9:32. Benoit. Maybe that's just a YouTube TV problem then. It wasn't during the first round. Throws in. 9:20. Leafs get behind the net. Panthers have it the half wall. They lose the possession. Have to go back to center. 9:12. .905. Dumps it in. Offside. Neutral zone face-off. 0-1. Leafs have the 1-0 lead. They play game 2. The Leafs play game 2 of this series on Wednesday. 6 p.m. Central, 7 Eastern will be live for it on Wednesday. and we'll review the game once it's over. So we'll have an off day tomorrow. Wednesday, we have the Leafs game too. Thursday, we have the Chelsea game. Thursday afternoon. Friday, game 3 of the Leafs series. Saturday, TFC. And then we have Leafs game 4 on Sunday. Monday off. And I think the TFC game's so early, I can still watch Backlash on my own when John Cena wrestles Randy Orton. Good. Cool. That's just random. I at least see John Cena's match. Probably the whole show, actually. Cool. Drops it in. So we have a Monday off next week. Plays it around the net. Leafs have it. Riley. Leafs change. Throws it on. Here we go. Nyes has it. Still Matthew Nyes. What a save. What a save by Bobrovsky. 8:07 to go in the first period. Matthew Nyes puts it on. Man, if he made it 2-0, that would have been such a good moment. Reinhart, Verhaeghe behind the net. Leafs win the puck battle. Tanev throws it around the half wall. Leafs still win the puck battle. Nice. Marner throws it through. 7:41. Matthews with a little bit of a hit. Seth Jones. Good hit by Benoit. 7:33. So far, I mean, this is the Leafs. I didn't expect to see these Leafs. I didn't expect them to play this well at all. I expected the Panthers. I'm not saying the Panthers are going to run their show, but Leafs pick it up. I did not expect this. Pacioretty. Max Pacioretty throws on to OEL. OEL with a shot. Goal! Goal! Toronto! 2-0! Toronto scores! William Nylander! 2 goals! Willie Styles, baby! He's hot! They don't want none! 2-0, the phenomenal Willie Styles. Oliver Ekman-Larsson throws it on. Willie with a rebound. And that's 2 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Wow! Willie Styles! They don't want none! Phenomenal! How phenomenal is he? Ekman-Larsson, Pacioretty with the assists. OEL took the shot, fell off of Bobrovsky, Nylander, top bins. And the Leafs have the lead over halfway through the period. 12:51 through the first. And it's 0-2. Leafs have the lead. 2-0. Willie Styles, baby. They don't want none. How phenomenal is he? And Marchand with a shot. It goes wide. Carlo. Riley. Verhaeghe. Former Leafs prospect Carter Verhaeghe. He was in the Leafs organization. 6:22 to go in the first period. Leafs can clear. Lorenz throws it over. Drops it into the defensive zone. 6:13. Tanev chasing. Tanev throws it to McCabe. McCabe. 6:05. Shot. Goes wide. Domi finds it. Max Domi throws it on to Bobby McMann. Bobby McMann saved by Bobrovsky. 5:53 to go. Boys, I think we might have this one. Go, Leafs, go. Go, Leafs, go. Go, Leafs, go. 2-0, boys. I can't believe it, man. This is the Leafs going to the power play. Leafs are going to the power play. Mikkola with a minor penalty. 2 minutes for the Leafs on the power play. If they make this 3-0, I'm going to be off Jesus, man. Lord, I can't believe they've started this so well. They have started this series so well. Holy shit. I can't say, pardon my French, but my God, they're playing so well against Florida, and I'm not calling the game. I'm not calling the game early, but this is not what I expected at all against Florida. Not at all. This is not what I expected at all. The Leafs are on the power play. If they score a third goal, I know it's Florida, but the way they're playing, this is the perfect first period. Like, this is the perfect start. Leafs fans were dreaming about this. I don't even think we were. I was being realistic. I didn't expect any of this. I didn't dream of any of this. I didn't expect anything like this. Willie 2 goals, kill a penalty as easy as they did, basically choke out the Panthers. I don't care about a week of rust. It's the Florida Panthers. Maybe I was thinking too much about last time they played each other in the playoffs and the fact they only won one game during the regular season. But this is not what I expected at all. Well, it's good to get one game first. Holding on Mikkola is the penalty. Leafs on the power play. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Power play for the Leafs. Tavares to take the draw for the Leafs. Leafs win the draw. Matthew Nyes throws it back. Shot! Matthews doesn't get it in there. Tavares has the puck. Drops it to Matthews. Matthews back to Tavares. To the blue line. Marner to Nylander. Nylander shot! No! He doesn't get the hat trick there. Man, if he got that in one period, I swear. 141. Power play. The Leafs have the third best power play in the NHL during the playoffs. 35.3%. The Panthers have 88.9% penalty kill. Let's remember, the Lightning were absolutely bodied by them, though. Shot! Marner! Taps through. Nylander behind the net. 120 for the Leafs left on the power play. Stolarz gives it to Marner. Mitch Marner. Papa Marner. Can we have some dad strength, please? Nyes loses the puck. Goes back. Nylander will go behind the net. 58 seconds, halfway through the power play. 4:49 through the period. 16 of 18 in the first round through Tampa Bay. Panthers killed 16 of the 18 penalties, which, well, that was Tampa. 47 seconds. Still 2-0 Leafs. Panthers going to figure out the second. Toronto's going 4-on-4. No way. No way. No way. Leafs in 4? No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. What's going on? 4-on-4 bench minor, of course. No, it still says the Leafs are on the power play. No, but it's 4-on-4. It is 4-on-4. What the hell, man? Too many men on the ice. Okay, of course. Of course. Of course these refs call that. They love the Florida Panthers. Can't let the Panthers get destroyed, can we? At least I haven't tried to commit murder on one of our players yet. Just wait. It's going to happen. Just wait. They're not going to do it yet. They'll wait till like the third period. Somebody's going to get bodied. Plays on. Leafs. McCabe. Or McMahon. My bad. McMahon. Bobby McMahon. How bad was that, man? Domi throws it through. McMahon. 14 seconds left on the 4-on-4. And then the Panthers go to power play once the 4-on-4 is over. 4 minutes left in the period. Can we kill this one, boys? Thank God it's 2-0. Matthews, shorthanded, shot! Ooh, behind the net. 1:09 left on the power play. Matthews still has it for the Florida Panthers. 102, Tanev. Am I crazy? I thought Matthews might have threw that in there. 55 seconds. Seth Jones. Reinhart at the blue line. Throws it on to Verhaeghe. Carter Verhaeghe throws it on to Barkov. Sasha Barkov. Sasha Barkov throws it on to Tkachuk. Sasha Barkov. Barkov throws it on. Goes through a stick. Seth Jones. 34 seconds. 3:14 to go. Verhaeghe stops up. Tkachuk behind the net. Shots it on. Jones from the high slot. Goal. Seth Jones scores. It's 2-1. Seth Jones with a slap shot. 2-1. Florida gets one back. There it is. 2-1. Leafs are up one, but Seth Jones with a slap shot. Tkachuk with the assist. Seth Jones with a slap shot over the shoulder of Stolarz. That's how you beat him. That's how you beat him. If you go over the shoulder of Stolarz, that's how you beat him. 2-1, 3 minutes to go. Seth Jones with his 7th career playoff goal, the second this playoffs for Seth Jones. He's a really good shooter on D. He really is. He's a really good shooter. For a defenseman, he's a really good shooter. Here comes Riley. Morgan Riley with a shot. Goal! Goal! Morgan Riley takes back the 2-goal lead. Morgan Riley with a plus to his name. Morgan Riley. 3-1 Leafs. Defenseman gets Florida back within one. A defenseman gets the Leafs back to their 2-goal lead. Morgan Riley. Boom. Past Bobrovsky. 3-1 Leafs. 19 seconds later. Seth Jones, Tkachuk. And Verhaeghe. A's. That's 16:57 through the period. 1-2. And then Morgan Riley. Morgan Riley from Willie Stiles has 3 points, 2 goals, 1 assist. You love to see it. Morgan Riley. And that is 17-16 through the period, 1-3. Leafs still have a 2-goal lead with 2 minutes to go in the first period. You know what? It's not perfect, but it's good enough. Now let's get the Nylander hat trick. Get in. Willie with an assist and 2 goals. Morgan Riley with a goal. His third of the playoffs. He scored 2 against Ottawa. Seth Jones with 2nd of the playoffs. Nylander with 4 and 5, 7 points. Morgan Riley has the 2nd most goals by defenseman in Leafs playoff history. Red Kelly being number 1. Of course, the legend Red Kelly. Oh, Lord. And now we're being a bit stupid. Seth Jones, another shot off a leg. Matthews chasing. Seth Jones picks it. 1:34. 1:30 to go. 1:28. And here come the Leafs off a giveaway. Matthew Nice. Austin Matthews. Save. Save by Bobrovsky. 1:21 to go. I'm happy so far. 2-goal lead after 1. There you go. $121 to go. Bobrovsky's making some saves, but the Leafs, Bobrovsky looks human. Bobrovsky looks beatable. People were saying it's about how does Bobrovsky look at game one. How does he look in game one? If he looks unstoppable, he's going to be unstoppable for the rest of the series. If he looks beatable, he's going to be beatable for the rest of the series. Well, good for the Leafs. He's beatable. Nylander loses the puck. Punches it on. Might not have been the best decision there. Marchand. Brad Marchand. Shot. Blocked. Leafs have the chance to clear. Brandon Carlo, his former teammate. 1:02 to go. 1 minute. Keep the 2-goal lead at the intermission and we'll be happy. Brad Marchand loses the puck. Throws it away. 50 seconds to go. You got to play a full 20 minutes and then play a full 60. The Blues know that for sure, which doesn't matter. They're going to a golf course. They must be already at one. I don't know. Maybe they're at Oakwoods. I don't know. We'll see. Plays on. Go get the damn puck. And you don't. Tkachuk throws it to the wall. 30 seconds. Less than 30 seconds to go. 3-1 Leafs. Pacioretty. Max Pacioretty. Loses the puck. 19 seconds. Leafs can clear. They do. Max Pacioretty at center. Max Pacioretty throws it on. John Tavares. Nylander. Shot. Tavares. Did he get it? No, it's covered by Bobrovsky. 7.6 to go. 3-1 Leafs. Leafs have 10 shots to the Panthers 4. What a start by the Leafs. Yeah, they gave up a power play goal, but you know what? 3 goals. Nobody expected the Leafs to score 3 goals in 1 period, let alone the game, with the way their core was starting to play at the end of that Ottawa series. Holy shit. This team is for real. Man, Riley. Will he throw out one more shot? Marner with a shot! Saved by Bobrovsky. There will be one more face-off to end this period. 1.5 to go. 1.5 to go. 3-1 Leafs. Boom. Bobrovsky had to... Jesus, I thought he would make that look easy. Nylander. They're tied in. And that's a false start by Barkov. Sasha Barkov on the draw. Drops it back. Matthews with a shot. Save. Jones clears. End of the first. It's 3-1 Leafs. The perfect start. The perfect start you could ask for by the Leafs. The Leafs are 3-0 when leading after the first. They have the second most wins in the NHL after that. The Vegas Golden Knights have more. Berube makes his team different. God bless you, Craig Berube. This is what I know. Well, from the Blues. A little bit different, but still. Great start for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now keep it going. Don't fall asleep. But their first game against the Ottawa Senators was an ass-kicking. And they won against a Tkachuk brother. So far, this is an ass-kicking in game 1 of another Tkachuk brother. Don't fall asleep. They fell asleep a couple of times during that game 1. I think the Leafs game was over by the time John Cena's match started, but 16-29, either way, on WrestleMania Sunday. I honestly never expected it, though. I never expected that to happen, though. Jesus. Keep it going, boys. Keep it going. It's home ice for a reason. This is going to go way better than 2023. I can tell you that much right now. Go, Leafs, go! Holy Lord. Holy Lord. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the intermission. 1-3, Leafs have the lead. Panthers are the away team, so 1-3. 3-1 Leafs. If they keep this going for another 40 minutes, they're going to win game 1. And who would have thought that was going to happen? I think I'm dreaming. Holy jeez. I think I'm dreaming. Holy Lord. Sit tight, be back. Am I dreaming? We're back. Post-intermission break. The Leafs have a 3-1 lead with 12 minutes before the start of the second period. I did not expect this at all. Berube hockey, this team is different. God bless you, Craig Berube. That's all I could say. God bless you, Chief. This guy's a winner. And I wasn't even joking about that. Jesus. Boom. This guy knows how to win. The Leafs are playing hockey that you wouldn't expect this team to play against the Florida damn Panthers. The bullies of Broad Street. Well, they're not bullies of Broad Street. What's the bullies of Miami, the bullies of Sunrise, the bullies of Palm Beach. They're not from Philly. I can't figure it out. What should I say? The bullies of Palm Beach, the bullies of Bradenton. Is that close to Miami? The bullies of, I don't know. Somebody give me a B. Somebody give me a B word that goes close to Miami. Because that'll work for me. They're bullies. And the Leafs are playing hockey that you would not expect them to play against these Florida Panthers. I am honestly in shock. I'm honestly in shock. I mean, dude, this is something, man. Oh, Lord, man. I can't let myself get too high on this because, geez, dear God, as if I do, man. Also, bless Treliving. Fair. Brad Treliving made the moves to make this team tougher as well. Sure. Patch is on fire tonight. He's been on fire for the past 2 games. It's like Pacioretty heard people talking shit. It's like he heard everybody talking shit. He's like, oh, really? I'm old. Oh, really? I'm washed. Okay, watch this. It's like, okay, watch this. 2 assists, a goal in game 6. Dude, I gotta give it to Max Pacioretty. We all were calling him old and washed. And dude, at least this Habs reclamation project is working better than the last one. That basically cost us that series against the Habs. But let's forget about that. Mitch has new dad energy. Yep. Congratulations to the Mariners on their first child, the birth of their first child. He's playing hard. I hope Mitch gets a goal. I hope he does. It would be fitting. He's a birthday boy too. It's his birthday today as well. How we doing, Captain? It's Mitch's birthday as well, so let's hope he gets a goal. $8:50 to go to start the second period. Come on, Leafs. Marner's putting in the work, though, I have to say. Be good to see him get one. He's been tough all year. He's been putting in the work. But we'll see. (3-1) Leafs, man. I would. I never expected this start. I did not expect this one bit. Cool. Small world. Did you miss me? Hey, I'm happy you're here. Small world. You know the Hunter family too? Answering people on Rumble. Because I have time right now. During the play, it won't happen. But because it doesn't show up in this chat for some reason. I don't know. StreamYard's stupid. Twitch and YouTube shows up. Rumble doesn't for some reason. How long before Brad Marchand licks someone? I think he waits to do that. I'm asking more about a slew foot. I'm more worried about him slew footing someone first. That's what I'm worried about. I think that's more regular season hijinks from him. In my opinion. I think he's going to slew foot somebody. Paul Maurice is going to tell him to slew foot somebody. It's coming. If the Leafs keep the lead through like 10 minutes left in the third period, he's slew footing somebody. And probably somebody worth a damn. Fair point. Yep. And the Panthers will get away with it because reasons. Because they get away with murder. Except Ekblad for some reason. I don't know. He got suspended. I don't know. That shocked me. I told you to believe. Belief. Belief. Did you see all us 114 boys at TFC protests on Saturday? Yeah, I saw the protest. This crest don't belong to you. Accept existence or expect resistance. I saw that. And MLSE deserves that. MLSE deserves it. TFC fans deserve better. I agree with that right now. The refs say you can't call everything. Yeah, but it's just funny how the Panthers get away with everything. Like, I know the playoffs are dirty. I know the playoffs are tough hockey. I know playoffs are tough hockey. I know they don't call much as the playoffs go on, but the stuff the Panthers get away with, especially during that Lightning series, I mean, come on now. Come on now. Islanders got first pick overall. Yeah. Daniel, who's over on the YouTube side of things, he'll be very happy to hear that. And I think they go defense. I think the Islanders go defense when you look at the group of players they have in the pipeline. They have a lot of offense. They need a defenseman. So they're probably going defense. That's my guess. But we'll see. Toronto 3-0 this postseason when scoring first. May trade down. I don't see why they would do that. That's not a Garth song, I know. Sadly. I'm not really a big fan of Garth. I'm not really a big fan of Garth Brooks. There's just something off about Garth Brooks. And I also think he's a cover merchant as well. I don't know why. Like, he tried to cover one of Billy Joel's songs, and I was like, oh, you're going to do that. Okay, you're no Billy Joel. Shut up, man. You're no Billy Joel. Shut up. That's kind of what... I never had a good feeling about Garth Brooks in the first place. Then he tried to cover a Billy Joel song. I think it was Shameless. I'm like, dude, you're no Billy Joel. Shut up! Garth sold the most albums in the 90s. George Strait, better. George Strait, better. If you want to go with country guys, George Strait, better. The King, George Strait. Now, if you want to go with artists who aren't country, Billy Joel. Didn't really, well, he did have River of Dreams in the 90s, but, you know, it was more 80s and such. It's more 80s and 70s, but, man, Billy's awesome. That's all I'm going to say. Didn't say better. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. No, it's more like... No, the reason I don't like Garth is more like he feels more LA than Nashville. You know what I'm saying? Like, he feels more LA. Like, he's a country guy, but he seems more LA than Nashville. Like, he just doesn't seem authentic to me, but do with that what you will. He doesn't seem authentic to me. Do with that what you will. He seems more LA than Nashville. That may have happened more recently. I don't know. But it's hard for me to take you serious when you don't seem... It don't seem realistic, you know? There's a reason why I didn't like Bro Country back in the early 2010s. George Strait, real. Like, I want authenticity in general. Like, any music I listen to, I want authenticity. That's why I love Billy Joel. That's why I love Motown. That's why I love George Strait. Such and such. That's why I love 90s hip-hop, because that was authentic. What you get now, especially hip-hop, not authentic. Pop music, not really authentic nowadays. Like, I want stuff that's authentic, that I can connect with. But that's my opinion, though. Like, I have more. I feel more authenticity. Randy Travis. Randy doesn't hide the fact that he's had He's had a life of moments and such. That he's had a crazy life. Randy don't had that. I'm glad they have the AI now that makes Randy Travis have his voice back. They put out new songs. I love that. I still love I know it's crazy, but I still love the AI Randy Travis songs because his voice is back. Man, it was when Billy came out with a new song last year, Billy Joel turned the lights back on, and then Randy Travis came out where that came from. That was, as I had them both on my top 50 songs list last year, if you were here for that. And those songs meant a lot to me because my age, Billy Joel has never put out a new song in my life until he put out Turn the Lights Back On. The last album he put out was River of Dreams, and that was in the 90s. And I love that album, but I was not alive when that album came out. Album came out day one. So Randy at least did put out music early in my life, and then he had the stroke, and that was sad. But I think that there you go. Florida's going to play dirty. Hopefully we handle that well. Let's move on to the second period. But here we go. And we're off in the second period. 1956. They drop the puck. The Leafs have it. Defensive zone. We need another goal, boys. I have a feeling we need another goal. Throws it through. Leafs. It's getting a little bit chippy. Clears out. Leafs. 23 shot attempts to 11. 19:34 left in the second period. We're getting closer to halftime, or closer to halfway through. Plays forward. Plays on. Tavares going forward. Oh! Throws it on. Leafs don't get there. In the defensive zone, Marchand throws it through. Luostarinen. Shot! Saved by the Leafs and cleared by Pacioretty. He could clear, and he does. Lawton isn't there for the puck. Or he doesn't get it. 18:41, 1-3. Leafs. $18:31. Leafs have it. Lawton loses the puck. Scott Lawton loses the puck. Lorentz throws it back behind the net. Panthers have started better the second period. Makes sense, though. They're the ones who are down. Score effects, yeah. And that's a stoppage of play. And 3-1 Leafs, 18-14. Had to check something. And the Leafs have a power play. Balinskis for hooking. 2 minutes. Leafs are on the power play. Again, 18-14. Can they take a 4-1 lead before the... Am I crazy, or does Paul Maurice have my glasses? Well, not higher class. These are cheaper, but still. Close enough. Weird. Stop stealing my shit. 148. He says, well, going live for a Leafs game. He says, well, okay. And being a screamy guy, yeah. He says while wearing glasses, being a screamy guy and watching a Leafs game live. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Whatever. 131. And having a $5 busted fade like John Cena. Whatever. Matthews throws it on. Behind the net. Matthews, nice. Waiting for it. That's probably the bad decision, Matthew. God love you, but that's a bad decision, kid. Tavares, Marner, 108. The hat door still lives. I don't know what'll happen to it, but right now, yes, it does. We'll see what happens. I haven't moved yet. Pacioretty. Domi loses the puck. McMahon, Marner, Ekman Larson has to go back a bit. 45 seconds. Not that good of a power play. I'll say that much right now. 39 seconds. At least they have it going for full 2 minutes. Would laugh if they didn't. Stallers, 28 seconds. Throws it down the ice. Riley, Morgan Riley. Good run, or good skate, I should say. That was a little bit of football right there. 16 seconds, 13 shots to 5, 16:27 through the period. Three seconds. Close enough. Full strength. Penalty is killed by the Panthers. That was not a trip. I swear to God, if you call that, I'm going to flip. If you call that, I'm going to flip. 16:02. $15.53. Gets thrown out. Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk has an assist, but he's been pretty quiet besides that tonight. But all the Panthers have been quiet. Matthew sucks. Well, Tkachuk sucks. Yeah, you really can't say Matthew sucks because you have a Matthew Nyes on your team that's awesome. And then you have Austin Matthews as well, who's still pretty good even though he's hurt. It doesn't work like Brady sucks, though. But then again, I didn't feel good saying that either because, exactly, Tommy. So I knew I wasn't talking about Tommy, but it still didn't feel good for me. 15:03. The referee took a spill. That's a trip on the referee. Tripping the referee. 5 minute and a game. Who am I kidding? They probably would do that. Accidentally tripping the referee. Save by Bobrovsky. Are we sure? Are we sure? Raise your hand if you're sure. Are we sure? Still 3-1 Leafs, 14:42 to go. Tripping the referee. 5 minute and a game. 5 in a game. Tripping the referee. And the Leafs are on the penalty kill. Forsling. Explain to me how. That is a late call. If anything, that's a late call. That's bullshit. Holmberg interference against Seth Jones. Okay, so here's the call. Holmberg throws it on, and he throws Seth Jones down. Okay, all right. Power play for the Florida Panthers. 14:42 to go. Still just under halfway through the game. 4 minutes to halfway. 4.5 minutes to halfway. Tkachuk, Reinhart, Barkov, Verhaeghe, and Jones on the ice. Matthews, Marner, McCabe, Tanev on the penalty kill. 14:30. Their first penalty kill was pretty good. Their second, not so much. Let's see what their third does. Throws it behind for Stallers. And the Leafs lose the puck there to the high slot Jones. Tkachuk throws it to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe with a save. Shot saved on Verhaeghe. 1:30. Under 1:30 to go. 1:26. Tkachuk. Verhaeghe doesn't get the handle. Tanev throws it out. Marner to clear. Barely. Jones has to keep it at center, though. Sasha Barkov. 1 for 2, one shot on the power play. Postseason 5 for 17, 5 for 10 on the road for the Panthers. Reinhart throws it into Verhaeghe. Doesn't get it. Tkachuk's right there to corral the pass. Sasha Barkov. That's not a trip. I swear to damn God, man. Yeah, that didn't sound so good. Either way. Dumps it behind. Bobrovsky. 45 seconds. 13:25. Under 3:30 to halfway. Still 3-1 Leafs. Can they kill this power play? I still don't think it was that good of a call by the refs. But again, they're going to call everything. Schmidt drops it. Throws it on to Marchand. Marchand. Tkachuk. Rodriguez. On to Marchand. Marchand with a shot. Wide. Bennett. Rodriguez. 16 seconds. Marchand. Schmidt. Tkachuk. Tkachuk. Nice drop to stick. Save! Behind the net. 6 seconds. Tkachuk. Bennett with a save. Stallers. Full strength. And it's a stoppage of play. 12:40 to go. 3-1. That was done from Holmberg. I don't think you could argue with that one. I still think it was a bit soft, though. But Stallers makes the save. And it's 12:40, 3-1 Leafs. They kill the penalty. 12:40 to go. Stoppage of play. Dirty Panthers. Damn Bennett elbow. Stallers. Told you. Told you it would start happening. Told you it would start happening. Who are we kidding? I told y'all. Open season on Stallers now. Shot to the head of Stallers. Prison rules, Panthers. Prison rules, Panthers. Ay, ay, ay. That was dirty. Sam Bennett freaking chokeslammed Nas 2 years ago, and he elbowed Stallers, and nobody calls it. Are you kidding me? That was your teammate, you dirty punk. You dirty rat. That was your teammate. You want to ring with him, and you elbow him in the head? I know your prison rules, but that's scum. I get it's playoff hockey, but you're scum. That was your teammate. That was your teammate. You have no heart. Prison rules, Panthers. You have no heart. You may be champions, but you have no heart. Elbowing Stallers in the head. That was your teammate. I know he's against you tonight, but you don't have enough heart to respect your teammate at least? At least chokeslam a guy you didn't play with last year. Or elbow a guy you didn't play with last year. That'd be nicer. Are you that scum? I guess you are. I guess you are. I know you are. 12:40, face-off. Leafs have a defensive zone face-off. Stallers covered. And he got elbowed in the head, but he's okay. Five shots for the Florida Panthers, 2 for the Leafs during the second period. 2:23 away from halfway through the game. And the Leafs have the puck. Nylander throws it, shot, and it's wide. That'll be an offensive zone face-off. 12:16 to go in the second period. Oh. 3-1 still. 12:16. So you can't touch Jones, but you can elbow Stallers. Okay, that makes sense. Tanev. Shot, goal! 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 Toronto! 4-1! Chris Tanev scores for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Goal for Chris Tanev with a slap shot out of nowhere past Bobrovsky. 4-1 Toronto. 4-1 Toronto. Chris Tanev. What a signing. Tanev just takes a shot and boom. Did it take a tip? We're going to find out. Chris Tanev. No, it did not take a tip. Under the 5-hole of Bobrovsky. He had no chance. None. Under the arm, actually. Chris Tanev. 4-1 Leafs. His second career playoff goal. Chris Tanev. See who the A's, the assists go to. They haven't even put it on freaking Game Center yet. 11:54. Leafs have a 3-goal lead. Can they keep that to halfway? That'd be really good. Now the Panthers have to at least score 2 goals in 1 period. Then again, the Leafs have had a 3-goal lead in third periods before. I'm not even going to bring that up. I saw it happen. I'm not bringing it up. Seth Jones, good stick check by the Leafs. Good stick check. Nylander. Nylander has it, but lost to the Panthers. 11:24. We are about to be halfway through the game and halfway through the period with a 4-1 lead for the Leafs. They played rat teams before and had a 3-goal lead later in the game and blew it. But hopefully that this team's different. Why is it still not on Game Center? Oh, there it is. Okay, Chris Tanev, McCabe assist. Plays it back, cleared away, and nice. And that is 7:50 through the period. 1-4, Toronto. 10:38. Plays it behind. Oh, no. 30 seconds to go before halfway. 10:29. Throws it on Pacioretty, but the Leafs can clear. Yarncrook. Calle Yarncrook goes down center. Calle Yarncrook throws it in. 20 seconds before halfway through the game. 10:16. 10:12. 10:07. 10 minutes to go. Halfway through the second, halfway through the game. A 3-goal lead for the Leafs. 4-1 Toronto. Goes down. Penalty! A penalty! There's a penalty called. And who's it going to be on? Balinskis might have taken the penalty. The Toronto Maple Leafs are going to the power play, I believe. Yep, Balinskis going. No, it's not Balinskis. It's Sasha Barkov. Sasha Barkov pulling down Tavares. Leafs on the power play. Can they get one for once? That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Leafs will have the power play once we come back from commercial. Just over halfway through the game. 9:46 to go. Panthers are gifting the Leafs 1 win. They'll win the next games like they did with the Lightning. I think the Leafs are different. The Leafs are different, man. The Leafs are different, man. They can't be this good and just blow it. Well, it is the Leafs. But I think the Leafs have this one. They have this game, I think, and then we'll see what happens through the rest. Here we go. Leafs will have a power play. This is going to be a long series. I don't know, man. It might be. Barkov holding the stick against Tavares is the penalty. Sasha Barkov holding the stick is the penalty. Here we go. Face off. 2-minute power play for the Toronto Maple Leafs. 9:46 to go. And they've brought in Joseph Woll. The Leafs have taken out Stolarz. They've brought in Joseph Woll. Oh, God. Oh, God. I love Joseph Woll, but that's not good news that Stolarz is out. Joseph Woll comes in. Stolarz, the elbow to Stolarz' head, and he's been taken out of the game after about 4 minutes. Since the about 4 minutes, I think. Bennett elbow 21. Okay, it's been about 9 minutes, actually. Nyes, Matthews, Tavares, Marner, Nylander. Can Woll start hot is my question. And the Leafs have a bad start to the power play as well. They lose the possession. 150, Marner. Trying to gain the zone once again. Throws it back to Nylander, who has 2 goals and 1 assist already tonight. Dumps it in. Offside. Let me do this. Woll in for Stolarz at over half. What, 9:36, I think? Give or take? Okay. Yeah, somewhat like that. 3 of 7 appearances versus Florida is Joseph Woll had in this playoff career. Sammy got hurt. Samsonov got hurt against Florida. They had to bring in Joseph Woll. And he played well against Florida in 2023. Joseph Woll's gotten better since. The kid from Dardenne Prairie, Missouri. Close to St. Louis. Dardenne Prairie. The kid from Dardenne Prairie. Joseph Woll. 110. We basically have 2 starters. That's the good news with Joseph Woll coming in. He had his good moments this year. It was the right thing to do to take out Stolarz. I hope Bennett gets suspended. He won't. We were lucky that Ekblad got suspended. Marner has the puck, loses it at the stick or the skates, throws it on Domi. Max Domi with a shot. Nice, throws it behind. Matthews regains balance. Tavares to Marner. Marner, 33 seconds. Shot, Tavares throws it on. Nice, doesn't get the shot. And they lose the puck. They go all the way back to Joseph Woll. Joseph Woll has his first touch of the puck. 8:05 to go in the second period. 16 seconds left on the power play. Mr. Woll, wherever you are. After all, you're my wonder wall. Full strength. 7:44 to go in the second period. Shot. Oh, no. McMahon doesn't get there. Goes all the other way around. Lundell drops it in. Goes behind the net. Riley has to win the puck battle. He does. Ekman Larson. Lundell throws a hit behind the net. Domi versus Balinskis. Balinskis. And that's a bad drop of the puck by McMahon. 7:14 to go. 1-4. Shot. Save. Joseph Woll. Sasha Barkov has the puck. He just came out of the box. Balinskis has no room to shoot. Leafs. Riley tries to get the stick check. Doesn't. Verhaeghe. Domi with a puck battle at the point. Okay, 6:49. 6:45. 1-4. Toronto still has a 3-goal lead. Shot wide. Balinskis throws it behind. And that's lost. Has to go back to the high slot. Balinskis. 6:31. Domi. Leafs are going into his shell. I don't know if I like that so much. 6:18. Throws it on. Shot. Save by Joseph Woll. He makes the save. That'll be a defensive zone faceoff. 6:14 to go. Still 3-goal lead for the Leafs. Over halfway to go. Come on, boys. Go, Leafs, go. Go, Leafs, go. Go, Leafs, go. Face off. Lawton in the dot, at the point. 7 shots to 4 in the second period, and the Leafs have a goal on one of those 4 shots. Yarncrook, Kachuk, and that's offside. Offside, 6:03. 26 more minutes left in this game. The Leafs have a 3-goal lead. The good news, they have a 3-goal lead. The bad news, still 26 minutes. Wallars. Center ice face-off. Yarncrook's in versus Bennett. Yarncrook's in versus Bennett. And the Leafs win the draw. Tanev, who has the goal tonight. Chris Tanev. Chris Tanev back with a puck. Drops it in. And the Leafs lose it. Oh. Lorentz. Steven Lorentz throws it around. 5:45. Bennett on a rush. Sam Bennett on the rush. Good stick check. Throws it on. Saved by Wall. Joseph Wall with a save. 5:36. Brick Wall. Joe Wall. The kid from Dardenne Prairie, Missouri. Hey, Craig Berube's known for backups coming in during a playoff run and absolutely becoming a wall. And funnily enough, that backup who did for the St. Louis Blues, Jordan Binnington, who's still there to this day, is from Richmond Hill, Ontario. Very close to Toronto. Right now, Joseph Woll, the backup to Anthony Stolarz, 1A or 1B goalie, is from Dardenne Prairie, Missouri, a city close to St. Louis, Missouri. Very close to St. Louis, Missouri. I think it's closer to Chesterfield, Dardenne Prairie. But if you watch a lot of severe weather coverage, there's a lot of it. Go look up St. Louis severe weather coverage. You'll see Dardenne Prairie. It's very close to St. Louis. I think it's more like Chesterfield. It's around Chesterfield, I think. But what I'm trying to say is Craig Berube's back up with the Blues, who end up becoming the leader and the cup winner goalie from close to Toronto, from the GTA. Craig Berube's Leafs backup, who might become the Leafs Binnington, is from Dardenne Prairie, very close to St. Louis. It's ironic, isn't it? It's kind of ironic, isn't it? But I feel like it is. But do with that what you will. Stolarz got elbowed in the head. We'll have a face-off very soon. I think it's good they took out Stolarz to check him, though. Face-off won by the Panthers, but the Leafs can clear, and they don't. 5:31 to go in the second period. Keep it over halfway, way over halfway now. And the Leafs still have a 3-goal lead. 5:17 to go. .507. We are 3/4 through the period and almost 40 minutes through the game, which would be 2/3 through the game. 35 minutes now, which is, I can't do that math. That's hard. Nylander with a shot wide. That'll be offensive zone face-off. Nylander's going for that hat trick, boys. Come on, Willie Styles. Willie Styles. They don't want none, boys. They don't want none. They don't want none. 450. The Toronto Maple Leafs have a 3-goal lead. 450 to go in the second period. And the Panthers win the draw off the face-off. Brought down. Panthers go through center. They could rush. Reinhart throws it. For Hagee with a shot saved by Wolff. Joseph Wolff makes another save. 4:40 to go. Come on, boys. Nylander with a good shot. Well, I don't know. It's better than some of the ads that Pepito talks about getting. I mean, was it that like Mando stuff or something? I don't know. They don't pay me. I think they do pay Steve Dangle, though. I think I've seen Steve Dangle do an ad for Mando, though. I think he has. They don't pay me, though. They don't pay me, though. Shot! Wide by Matthews. I think Steve Dangle's done some ads for Mando, though. All respect to Steve. All respect to Steve. I mean, look at me. Why wouldn't I say that? 403. 358. Oh, shit. Drops it. 3:49 to go. Matthews goes wide. 3:46 left of the second period. Panthers, they could break here. Drops it good for the Leafs to get that clear. 3:37 to go. Balinskis throws it out. I know it's not a good pronunciation. I don't care. McMahon, what the hell? Bad shot by McMahon. He had no chance. No chance in hell. You've got... Well, if you don't know hockey, yeah, I guess so. Either way, yeah, no, I'm not. 3:07. Bennett. Sam Bennett with a shot. Wide. Oh. 2:59. Shot. Blocked away by Wolff. That's going to be a defensive zone face-off with 2:55 to go. Oh, yeah. Football Americas comes on tonight. Jesus Christ. Well, I'll be watching that after. Oh, no. Another e-bug situation. Oh, no. The Leafs have an e-bug. Oh, no. Wait, is it? Please tell me it's David Ayers. Wouldn't that be funny if the e-bug was David Ayers? If the Leafs had to use David Ayers as their e-bug and they won the game. Is that a good thing? Like, is that a good thing? Does that clear our history? Does that, like, tie up a loose end? Or is that just ironic? Or will we get made fun of again if he won? If he was the e-bug and we won? Will we get made fun of? Just because we lost to him and then had to use him? Or, I don't know. Or would that close up a loose end and, I don't know, be a curse buster? I don't know. You know, I'm not rooting for it, but 220, I'm not rooting for it, but no, yeah, the Leafs did lose their own employee who was a Zamboni driver right before COVID. The Hurricanes, it was the Hurricanes. They lost both their goalies, and our Zamboni driver for the Marlies had to be the e-bug because he plays goalie during his beer league. Yeah, no. And we lost the game? They didn't even shoot at him. Oh, God. I don't know. I should be happy right now. Why'd I do that to myself? There's something called an emergency goalie. The dude plays goalie for his beer league. And also plays goalie for the Marlies at practice, or at least did. 1:17 to go. And then he played the Leafs during an NHL game for like a whole period and a half. It was something like that. It was pretty long. They should have beat him. They should have got goals scored on them and tied the game up at least. They didn't because the Leafs are dumb. And they were struggling at the time. And the only reason they probably made the playoffs, well, they were in a playoff spot when the season stopped, but they did make the bubble because there was the qualifying round, then they lost to the Columbus Blue Jackets in 5 games. And some people say that doesn't count as playoffs. Some people do. I don't know. Now the NHL even retconned it, says that qualifying round counts as playoffs. So I don't know. Face off, 1 minute to go in the second period. Point being is, I have PTSD because of this team for a lot of things. And if Woll gets hurt, we'll have an E-bug tonight. And I hope it's David Ayers. Because I guess that's fitting. We would lose because, of course, we would if he was in goal for us. 32nd minute, we would end up losing because the Panthers would actually shoot at him. And then we get made fun of again. 24 seconds. So maybe I shouldn't root for it. Well, I don't root for it, but still. That'd be nice. I think Canada could win. 16 seconds to go. Oh, shit. Man. Oh, shit. He got trucked, and that's not even a... No? 4 seconds. Dude, Holmberg got trucked. You're not going to call that? And the second period's over. It's still 4-1 Leafs. They still have a 3-goal lead. Leafs still have a 3-goal lead, but it's getting tighter. Oh, shit, man. I hope he doesn't either. Okay, but we're after 2. The Leafs have a 3-goal lead. He got bodied. Like, I still feel like that was a little bit of a dirty hit. Two periods, the Leafs have a 3-goal lead. 4-1 Toronto. Hit that like button, let's get this one going. But we'll see how this goes. Leafs have a lead after 2. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the intermission. The Leafs have a 3-goal lead. We might win game 1. We've taken some hits, but we might win game 1. But we got to hold on for 20 minutes. After 40, the Leafs have a 3-goal lead. Let's not do nothing stupid. Sit tight, be back. Whoo, boy. Crazy. Florida's losing. Leafs may win game 1, which means we'll equal what we did in 2023. We'll be 1 game away. Because let me tell you this. In my fan as a Leafs fan, the best I've ever seen them do was win 2 games in round 2. 2 years before that, they did make an Eastern Conference final. I was alive. I didn't watch because I was a little baby. I wasn't a fan yet. Wasn't paying attention yet. Either way, that was against the Carolina Hurricanes, by the way. Either way, the best I've seen the Leafs do was win 2 games in the second round. That's the best I've ever seen them do. This will be tied for second best I've ever seen them do after tonight if they hold on to this win. Except instead of game 4, it's game 1 of the second round. So you would think they'd at least tie up that 2 games in the second round. You would think. And be tied for the best I've ever seen them do. And then at least get to 7 wins in the playoffs, you would hope. But then after that, It's all uncharted territory if they get to 7 wins in the playoffs. It's uncharted territory for me. Uncharted territory for me. So, with that being said, we'll take a short break. After saying that, there you go. Sit tight, be back. We're back after the second intermission. Leafs still have a 3-goal lead. Yes, I'm familiar with the ECHL. That is basically, in my opinion, the AA, single A of the NHL, of course. If you call the AHL pretty much AAA and MLB or the NHL the show, I would say the ECHL is AA, single A hockey, or probably AA. Junior's probably single A, if we're being honest. Junior hockey is probably single A if you try to compare it to baseball, because there is kind of affiliates. So I would say ECHL is AA hockey if you want to go there. It's interesting. Sucks that the Growlers are gone, the Leafs' former affiliate. But it's good hockey. I mean, hockey's hockey, but it's probably slightly better in junior. But it's interesting. I root for whoever the Leafs affiliate is, of course, and the Blues. Those two affiliates, those are the ones I root for. Whoever the Leafs affiliate, which I think is Cincinnati right now, I think. Because Growlers are gone, of course. So it was the Growlers. It was Orlando, then the Growlers, then because, of course. Hold on, let me see here. Toronto Maple Leafs, I could figure this out. Yeah, well, I could just go, yeah. But for me, yeah, I mean, ECHL is pretty nice. I think it's interesting, and I think it's AA hockey. I mean, it ain't bad. Still, it is Cincinnati Cyclones. Yeah, the Cincinnati Cyclones are their ECHL affiliate. So that's who I root for there now. And also, it's a cool name because, Hurricane Expert, I love it, Cyclones, Hurricanes, I love it. I might just get that sweater. It's cheap. They're in the Western Conference, though. That's weird. Okay, well, it's East Coast Hockey League, so okay. Yeah. I might. If they're still with the Leafs next year, shit, I might. And the Marlies, I might. Shit. Wonder how cheap their sweaters are. What sweater is that? It's the Cincinnati Cyclones. Toronto Maple Leafs ECHL affiliate. Of course I would get it. One, because I'm a Leafs fan. Second of all, the name. Hurricane Expert, guys. I guess you could also have bomb cyclones and such, so severe weather expert as well. I mean, come on, guys. Speaking of, on my YouTube community tab, starting soon, we'll have more tropical updates for the people who are living on the Gulf, in Mexico, and on the islands because of the way CONCACAF is. And since I'm a hurricane expert, I did it last year. If you were here last year, you probably saw them. I'll do it again this year. More hurricane tropical updates throughout the hurricane season starting the next couple of weeks because the GFS is already starting to pop some stuff up, and the Euro model as well. The season starts in June, but sometimes, like more recently, we've got stuff in May, mid-May, so it's about time. But the Euro and the GFS are already popping some things up from the Central American gyre, which normally, if some forms, it's closer to home when it comes to Mexico and the Gulf in June and May especially, and even July. So, especially early July. Mostly Caribbean Sea, Gulf of Mexico, Eastern Seaboard. So, we'll see. But it looks like the good news is Florida's getting a weaker season this year. It looks like Florida's less likely to get a landfall. So for people in Florida, at least that was what BAM Weather had to say. I mean, they're pretty good on their forecasts. It looks like Florida's going to have less likely for a landfall, but again, it only takes one. But after last year, I think it's good. After last year, what Florida had, I think it's probably good for them that it's less likely they get hit by something. And the less likely you're likely to get hit with something, the less likely it'll be strong. But then again, we'll see. Five minutes to start the second or third period. Can the Leafs hold? Come on, boys. Don't do nothing stupid, y'all. Let's just get through this, boys. Four one. Third period about to start, boys. Let's go. Yeah, I might as well. 3 more minutes to the start of the third. 3-goal lead. Can we win game one? This would be the start of a lifetime if the Leafs could do that. Nobody would have expected this. And it still wasn't perfect by any means, but we got 20 more minutes. Hopefully, that's it. We blow a 3-goal lead, third period of game one. I'm going to smack my head against a wall. I may be joking. I may be joking. I may be not. I don't know. It shouldn't. Canada should not become the 51st state. They are a sovereign country. Shouldn't happen. Canada is a strong sovereign country that is strong because of all the parts of it. Canada is a strong sovereign country because of all the parts of Canada. The Maritimes with their fishing and all their industries, Toronto and Ottawa, or Ontario and Quebec, Ontario, Quebec for their financial and business, Alberta and the prairies with their oil. The country is a strong country, and it's strong together. And that's my opinion. I think Canada is a strong country together. Separatism is wrong. It hurts the country and it hurts the province that wants to separate. Whether that be Alberta or Montreal or Quebec. My bad, Quebec. Separatism hurts the province that wants to separate, and it hurts the country. The country's a strong country because of all the different groups and all the different provinces that are within the country and all what each province does and what it means. It's a confederation. That's the point. And it should never be the 51st state. And I disagree with certain people who think it should be. And certain people who think it should be made sure that they pissed off Alberta because Alberta didn't get what they wanted. But again, it's a strong country because of every part of the country, not just because one part is stronger than the other. So it shouldn't happen. The whole country should stay together and be its own thing. And the third period's about to start. And he could shut up. We're ready for the third period. It's about to start. 20 minutes to go with a 3-goal lead. You would think that's enough for the Leafs to win, but here we go. And they've dropped the puck, and we're underway for the third period. Can the Leafs hold on and get this 2-goal win? Just get the win. I'm not saying blow it. It's only a 1-goal win. Don't do that. But let's keep it a multi-goal lead. 1933, shot wide. Florida starts a bit hot here. 1927. Plays around. Nylander can throw it out. He does. Tavares gets out of the defensive zone, and he spins to center. Morgan Rielly, Max Pacioretty throws it on to Rielly. Shot save. Bob Bobrovsky. And the Leafs do not have it, but they have it in their zone. Offensive zone, I should say. 1852. Leafs could pick it up. Tavares does. Couldn't get onside because, well, he got heavily checked by the Panthers there. 1841. $18.34. Throws it on, cleared away. 1825. 1-4. Leafs still have a 3-goal lead. And it's a goal for the Panthers. The Panthers have scored. It's now 4-2. Gets thrown on and put in. Luostarinen, I think. Yep, Eetu Luostarinen. 18-19. It's a 2-goal deficit for the Panthers now. Early goal, tapped in, and he beats Woll. Luostarinen beats Woll. Lundell throws it over, and Luostarinen taps it in through Woll. 4-2. Leafs stop the lead, but 1821. Eetu Luostarinen, 7 career playoff goals, second this playoffs. Lundell Marchand with the assist. And that's 139 through the period. 2-4. And it gets thrown behind the net. 2-4. Panthers have started this third period very well. There it is. 1729. 1722. Woll covers it, cleared. Forsling, Gus Forsling throws it behind. Leafs still have a 2-goal lead. That's the good news. The bad news is there's still a lot of time left. Here comes Matthew Nyes. Matthew Nyes has the puck, doesn't get the shot on tap. Pushed away. 17 minutes to go. Benoit. And the Panthers have been better to start this period for sure, which makes sense because they were down 3. Now they're down 2. 16:41. That's an icing. Face-off. Defensive zone face-off. Face-off, Panthers played around the net. Stallers will not return tonight. 8 saves on 9 shots. Wolves allowed 1 goal as well. Each goalie's allowed 1 goal. Shot, save. Good clearance by Carlo. He gets it. Throws it forward for Pacioretty. 16-12 to go. $16:05. Good clearance. 16 minutes. Tavares throws it in. We will be close to a 4th through the period once these 54 seconds go off the clock. Or we will be a 4th through the period. 45 minutes through the game. Behind the net for Woll, and that was a bad giveaway. Shot past the net, on the side of the net, goes behind the net. 15:35. Shot. Nope, pass. Shot, goal. And the Panthers get it within 1. Oh, God. 4-3. Toronto still has the lead, but there's a 1-goal deficit. And the Leafs are still ahead with 15:30, but Joseph Woll gets beat for the second time. Marchand throws it on, and here's a shot, and over his shoulder. Balinskis with the goal, and it's 4-3. Oh, God. I have a bad feeling now. Come on, Berube. Calm him down, boys. Calm him down. Uvis Balinskis with the goal. The Panthers have had a really good third period. That may be all they need. Schmidt and Marchand with the assist. And that is 4:30 through the period. 3-4. 15:30. The Leafs are the Leafs really about to choke? Probably. 15:27. They still have 3/4 of this period to go, and they only have a goal lead now. I just want the win now. God knew this was coming. Shot. Reinhart throws it on. Berube called a timeout. Good call. Is it enough, though? And that's going to go out for a defensive zone face-off, 15:05. They couldn't even hold it to halfway. Are you kidding me, man? How in the world do you go from comfort to distress? Being a Leafs fan. That would do it. Being a Leafs fan, that'll do it. All you have to do is be a Leafs fan. It's very easy. It's very easy. Damn, Woll. Joseph Woll, 7 shots, 5 saves, 2 goals allowed. Come on, Joe Woll. Step up, man. Step up, step up, step up. Step up, everybody. 14:58. They call stoppage of play. We're a 4th through the period. Power play for hooking. Is the Leafs going to the power play? Leafs are going to the power play. Bennett hooked Tavares. Defensive zone. You idiot. Those were trash goals. Well, at least I expected TFC to hurt me. Toronto on the power play. You better score. You better score. I do not care. If they don't score here, I think that's a bad omen. 14:58 to go. Leafs being the Leafs again. Silly goals. What a start. They still blow it. My God. Why do I do this to myself? Marner with a shot. Wide. That'll be another face-off. 0-for-3. 3 shots on the power play for the Leafs. Leafs going to the power play. 1:56 to go. 15-54. I mean, I know Florida's good, but Jesus H. Christ, man. 15-54. It was never going to be easy. I'll tell you that much right now. Of course it gets harder. Tavares. Thrown away by the Panthers. 144. Marner has the puck. Marner skates into center. And he lost it, but Nyes, thank God he was right there. Matthews at the blue line. Dumps it to Nylander. Nylander already has 2 goals. Matthew Nyes dumps it in behind the net. Leafs have it. Nyes throws it behind to Marner. Nylander. Marner at the high slot. Nylander. Tavares back to Nylander. He needs a hat trick, boys. Marner to Nylander. Marner. Matthews. Marner at the point. Shot. Tavares shot. And that's saved. And that'll be cleared by the Panthers. But it's not cleared the zone. Nylander. 51 seconds. Shot blocked. Marner has it. Back to Matthews. Shot. Wide. Marner. Tavares. Has the puck. Marner. Back to Nyes. Throws to Tavares. Back to Nylander. Nylander. Marner. 29 seconds. Nylander with a shot. Nyes. Can't find the lane. And that's going to get out of the zone with the last 17 seconds of the power play to go. And that's probably going to be it. Riley. 7 seconds. Domi. Throws it on. Pacioretty. Full strength once again. The Panthers are back to full strength. 12:53. Riley has the puck. No, he doesn't. Sam Bennett throws it on to the high slot. Reinhart throws it in. Bennett. Sam Bennett. And it's not a goal. Shot. What a save by Wool there. 12:37. 12:34. Shot save behind the net. McMahon. Bobrovsky's gotten stronger throughout the game. Wool came in, had 2 bad goals against. Does Stolar save those? I don't know. But with the injury, he probably doesn't. So, 12:05. It was still, I don't know, man. 12:01. Horrible power play. 11:55. Florida has more offensive zone time than the Leafs now. 10:27 to 9:20. And bad giveaway. Wool gets back into net. Gives it. Shot. Ay. It's just shit. Saved by Wool. Defensive zone face-off. 20 shots to 20. 11:36. I mean, honestly, getting close to halfway through the period, but somebody said Stolarz was puking. Leafs got to stay playing aggressive but controlled, play smarter. Yeah, that's what he should do. Somebody said this. Brendan Shanahan needs to tell Peros that if Bennett isn't removed from the series, he'll bring up Reeves to rip Bobrovsky's head off. If I was Brendan Shanahan, I would do that. I would. I don't disagree. If I was Brendan Shanahan, yeah, that's what I would tell George Peros. You suspend Bennett for the series, or we're going to bring up Reeves to take off Bobrovsky's head. Your choice, Peros. Somebody's getting suspended for 6 games. We don't need Revo, though, once he does what he does. They need Sam Bennett. So, make your choice. You know, suspending Revo don't do shit to us, but we got our job done. Throws it on, shot, and wide by Riley. Leafs are starting to wake up a little bit. Good. But Pacioretty, 11-12. Like, I'm not saying I condone it, but it's a smart play. Sometimes you have to handle these bastards with fire. They ran your goalie? Well, we have Ryan Reeves. He may not be worth a damn besides fighting people anymore, but guess what? He could run a goalie. And if he gets suspended for 6 games, guess what? We weren't using him anyway. But to run somebody. Because he ain't worth a shit besides that now. Matthews takes a shot off the shoulder of Bobrovsky. So, hey, do what you will. But, you know, that's what I would do if I was Shanahan. I'd be like, hey, I'm going to tell you this right now, Mr. Peros. Either you suspend Bennett, or we're going to have Ryan Reeves run Bobrovsky, and you're going to have to suspend him. Bad thing for you is that it doesn't matter if you suspend Revo because he sucks anyway. Once he bodies Bobrovsky, he's done his job. And that's offside. 10:06 to go. So do that what you will. I agree. You know what? You might as well. You got a horse trade at this point. I don't disagree. You got a horse trade at this point. You want them to be tougher on the Panthers? You got to tell them, hey, if they're going to headhunt, we're headhunting. You don't want that? Suspend the headhunter. Hell, even if it's for 2 games, suspend him. He should be out of the series, but we'll take 2 games. Give him something. 9:52. Be a defensive zone face-off for an icing. And we are halfway through the 3rd period, 50 minutes through the game. Roughing on who? It looks like it's on the Panthers, and Yarncroke's spitting blood. So, yeah, it must be on the Panthers. It must be. Okay, good. We're back on the power play. Good. It's got to be, right? We're back on the power play, right? Roughing against Yarncroke. Yep, we're back on the power play. 9:52 to go. Halfway over. Mikkola takes a roughing penalty. Yes. He did vomit after his collision with Bennett. You know what? You know how I say? Found the Leafs. We go after them. Mikkola's a rat. All the Panthers are rats. Which is why you tell George Peros that if you don't suspend Sam Bennett, we're taking a run at Bob with Ryan Reeves. We're calling up Reeves to take a run at him. That's what you do. I don't care. This is a whole different ball game. They ran our goalie with Sam Bennett when he elbowed him in the head. You run Bobrovsky game 2. I don't care if you win or not. Tonight. If you win, great. You still call up Reeves to run Bob if they don't suspend Bennett. I don't care. This is horse trading. This is horse trading now. You cannot, and I mean not, let the Panthers keep going like this. You either tell Peros, suspend him, or we're doing the same shit to them. Whether we win or not, we're running their goalie if you don't suspend him. Hell, it may not be for 6 games. It may not be for the rest of the series. But you're going to suspend Nazem Kadri for a series 5 years ago? But not him? All right. Okay. Shot over the net. I don't care if we win or not at this point. You go. 148. Call up Revo. Call up Kyle Clifford. He's still on the Marlies, by the way. I know, crazy. Throws it on. Marner behind the net to Nylander. Nylander. Back to Marner. Shot! Matthews doesn't get it. Riley already has one. And they lose it. 122. 9:13 to go. Well, don't take off your shirt. That's probably why you got a yellow. Either did something stupid or took off his shirt. Marner. Down to center for Tavares. Tavares. Offside. Are you kidding me? 105. 8:57 to go in the third period. Thank God the Leafs got that 4th goal. Thank God Tanev scored. Let's get one off the frickin' power play, please. 105. He took too long. Well, that also works too, which I guess lines up with do something stupid. Neutral zone faceoff. Domi. Domi wins the draw. Leafs have it. Riley. Ekman Larson. Riley. 55 seconds left on the power play. McMahon. Riley. To the high slot. To Domi. Domi with a shot. And it's saved by Bobrovsky with 45 seconds left on the penalty. You don't know Leafs hockey. Dude, you don't know the shit this team has put me through. You don't know the shit this team has put me through. Why should I believe? If they blow a 3rd period lead, Game 7 against Boston 2013. If they blow a 3-1 series lead to the Montreal Canadiens. When the shit gets tough, they fold. If they win this game 3-4 without an overtime, good, I'm happy. Go run their goalie. Nylander. Shot. Save. Covered by Bobrovsky. Like, seriously, you don't know Leafs hockey. You don't know their history, recent or past. 58 years without a Stanley Cup. 2013. Dude, don't talk to me about Toronto Maple Leafs hockey. We lost to a Zamboni driver. Don't talk to me about Leafs hockey. Don't. Matthews. Nylander with a shot. Marner. 22 seconds. I thought the power play's been pretty good so far this time. Just isn't going. 14 seconds. Riley. 8:03 to go in the 3rd period. Over halfway through 3. Riley with a shot on or not. Throws behind the net for Lawton. Lawton. Yarncrook. 7:41. Kill their momentum. That's why those penalties are good. It kills their momentum. For Hagee. The penalties are good because it kills Florida's momentum, which they really had to start the 3rd. Like, this was... Florida's had really good momentum, and 2 stupid goals have been allowed for Toronto. Wool allowed 2 stupid goals that you probably want saves on. 7:15. Florida going to have to pull the goalie. If just hold it to like 3 minutes and they pull the goalie and get that goal. Get the empty net. Shut this damn thing down. Do not allow a goal before like 3 minutes. I swear to God. Do not. Or you could score now. Domi! Save by Bobrovsky. That'll be offensive zone faceoff. $6.50 to go. Dude, I've seen a lot of this. I've seen this team way too much. I know way too much about this team. You don't know Leafs hockey. You can't question how I feel about this team. You can't question the PTSD this team gives me on a yearly, well, maybe not even a yearly basis, but certainly. You can't. Dude, you don't know. You don't know like I know. You don't know like I know. You don't know. The shit this team's put me through. Face off. Tavares throws it on to Bobrovsky. 6:45 to go. Leafs of 131, face offs of 52. Yeah, that's the right math, right? That's right. Shot wide. Leafs, if I swear to God you call that. 6:31. And that's icing. 6:28. 4-3. Stallers puked at the bench. Damn. Yeah, he's got a concussion. Yeah, no, he's got a concussion. .628 face-off. And the Leafs have the puck. They did not win the draw, but they got the puck. And Bobrovsky tips it away. 6:19. Reinhart. Puck check. Whoa. Luckily, they didn't get it. Here comes Nice. Nice shot. Goal. Matthew Nice. 5-3. Woo! On the breakaway. 6 minutes to go. Matthew Nice. 5-3 Toronto. Let's go. Matthew Nice, our savior. And Reinhart misses. And he skates into wall. Matthew Nice with the goal to pad it. They're going to have to pull the goalie at some point. The beautiful, wonderful Matthew Nice. Very nice. That's what you do, boys. 5-3 Toronto. Matthew Nice. Mitch Marner's assist. Matthew Nice on the breakaway. But it's still not over yet. 14 minutes through the period. 3-5 Toronto, but it's still not over yet, and Florida gonna have to pull the goalie. 4th goal this playoffs for Matthew Nice. 2nd on the team. Matthew Nice is part of the core 5. And they knock him into the net. 5:39. Woll gets it. Now, don't blow this. Yes, but I've been saying that for a while now. So, 5:39. Matthew Nice over the shoulder of Bobrovsky. That's 2. That's a 2-goal lead again. Jesus Christ, this team's going to make me pull my hair out. Oh, my God. Is my face getting red? Is it? God. We got 5:39 to go. Go Leafs go, baby. Hold on. Get an empty net goal. Put this shit away. Put this shit away. Put this shit away. 539. 5-3 Leafs. Matthew Knies, you're a hero. Perfect start. Horrible start to the third period. The Leafs got some of their momentum back. They got a goal. That should be enough. God have mercy on my soul. The core six. Matthew Knies. This team is different. Same old shit. This team is different. Same old shit. This team is different. Go, Leafs, go. Bettman in shambles. 539. I love seeing Gary Bettman cry. It's my favorite. Shot, Tanev. 532. Goes wide. Shot, wide. 527. .517. I mean, the Leafs were better for like 55 minutes of this game. I think we'll agree with that, right? 50 minutes? They almost died because of 10 minutes without. I think we would agree. I think we can agree. The Leafs have been better for, I'd say, about 50 minutes of this game. They almost got killed because they were bad for 10. Probably because Sam Bennett's a goon. Suspend him! Peros, I dare you. I dare you! Suspend him, I dare you. Or see Bobrovsky get ran. But I'm not Brandon Shanahan, so you would think Brandon Shanahan would do it. Say it, because he's Brandon Shanahan. He was known for being tough. The Wolff switch got them, but the perseverance. See, this team is different. 4:50 to go. Florida's going to have to pull the goalie soon. Let's get an empty net goal. Let's get an empty net goal. They're going to have to pull the goalie about in a minute or two. I'd say by like 2:30 they'll pull the goalie. 5-3 Leafs. Get an empty net and shut this damn thing down. 4:28. What happened to the Toronto Maple Leafs goalie? Anthony Stolarz got elbowed in the head by Sam Bennett. Goon. The guy who also took out Matthew Knies last time. He's probably going to choke slam Knies again, isn't he? Offensive zone face-off with 4:14 to go for the Leafs. Well, good to hear. Did John Cena show up? I think he may be safe at this point. Leafs are never safe, kid. The Leafs are never safe. Once we get an empty net goal, I'll say we won. We're not safe. We're not safe till we get an empty net goal or the whistle is blown. The final horn goes. Do you know Leafs hockey? We're not safe yet. We're not safe yet. 4 minutes to go. We're over 3/4 of the period. We should be safe, but this isn't a normal hockey team, Winvo. This is not a normal hockey team. This is the Toronto Maple Leafs. You think this is safe? A 2-goal lead with 4 minutes to go when they have to pull the goalie. I like what you're smoking. Can I have some? I like what you're smoking. Can I have some? It made me feel more comfortable. It would make me feel more comfortable watching this team who makes me lose my mind spring after spring. Not just spring after spring, but year after year. Can I have what you're smoking? This is not safe. McCabe throws it in. 4:03 to go. They're going to have to pull the goalie soon. Get an empty net goal, I swear. You smoke life. Cool. Tanev, don't. He fumbled at his feet. 3:43 to go. 3:38. Florida, clear. Jesus Christ, Marchand. 3:28. Chuck? I don't think it is. Is it? No, it was Kulikov. Kulikov. Okay. Shot. Clear it, damn it. 3:19 to go. .311. 3 minutes to go. They're going to have to pull the goalie soon, Florida. They're going to have to pull Bobrovsky soon. 3:02. We're getting to the point where they'll have to pull him. 2:58. Seth Jones, there's no icing. They waved off the icing. 2:51. Shot. Saved by Wolff. Empty net for Florida. Matthew Nyes. Will he throw it down the ice? Behind the net, of course. Okay. No icing. 2:33. I know you couldn't skate to it, but dude. That feels exactly what like the Blues did last night. They could have skated to the empty net and ended the game before what happened, and they didn't do it because, of course. Good steal. Leafs have it, and they throw it on. 2:13 to go. The net is empty. Reinhart. Still with the Panthers. Seth Jones from the high slot to Sam Reinhart. Wide. 2 minutes to go. Throws on. Save. Goal for the Panthers. Panthers make it 4-5. Oh, God, not again. Sam Bennett, of course he scores. 1:53. Thank God Nyes scored. 1:53. Sam Bennett from the empty net. Takes a shot, and it goes over the shoulder of Wolff. He allows another bad one. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. 4-5. 1:55 to go. Fourth goal in the playoffs for Sam Bennett, most on the team. Y'all are hopeless. I know. Whoa, you trash. He should be better than this. Man, Joseph. 3 goals against Joseph Woll, man. That is 1, 2, 3. Stallers let in 1. Woll's allowed 3. And you thought Stallers was bad against Ottawa. Sure. 4-5. Sam Bennett, of course he scores. Of course he scores. Why wouldn't he? They have to Ric Flair it. 1:55. Give me an empty net goal, please. God, this team. 4-5. And that's why you skated to the net, Matthew. He might have just screwed up bad. Matthew Nyes might have just screwed up bad, I have to say. That's why you skated to the net. That's why you skated to the net. Leafs have possession. They've won the draw. Bobrovsky still in net. 4-5. .137. Oh, God. Empty net for the Panthers. Once again, 1:25. Reinhart throws it on. Saved by Wolff. Covered by Wolff. Defensive zone face-off. Sam Bennett, Verhaeghe assist. And that is 18:05 through the period. .4-5. Covered by Wolff. 1:20 to go. Why do I have a feeling this will be just like the Blues-Jets game, except maybe one overtime? I guarantee you, if we go to overtime, we lose this shit. I'll guarantee you that right now. Behind the net, Reinhart. Can the Leafs just steal the damn puck and get it down the ice? Throws it down. 1:05. We're into the final minute with an empty net. Can the Leafs ice this game or just win 4-5? Either way, Matthews throws it on wide. 53 seconds. Again, skate the damn thing. 45 seconds. Good clearance. Throws it down the ice. 36 seconds. 32. 30 seconds. Halfway through the final minute. 59 minutes. The Leafs have led for this whole game. Even if they've gone crazy and lost their minds. 16 seconds. 13 blocks. Clear the thing. Jesus Christ. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Leafs win. Leafs win 5-4. Holy shit, man. Leafs win 5-4. No empty net goal, but thank God Nye scored. Toronto leads the series 1-0. But damn it if they didn't try to blow it. God. Leafs win. Leafs win game 1 by the skin of their teeth. They have the game 1. They have the 1-0 lead. That's the good news. The bad news is, holy shit, they definitely tried to blow it. Man. Game 1 was Ric Flair. Now to the rest of the series. Let's run Bob. Ryan Reeves, you're up. Run him. Suspend Bennett or he's run. Simple. The Leafs have to be, but at this point, it looks like the Leafs have to be perfect. Ay, ay, ay. And even then, they weren't perfect tonight. Flush it. They got it. They got to win. That's the good news. Bad news? Shit, man. Wow. 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 Oh, boy. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this game. Leafs win game 1. My God. First half, great. Second half, lucky. Well, I'll be back. And we'll be back for game 2 on Wednesday. Whew. Ay, ay, ay. I'm running. I'm out. Peace.